Welcome back, you scum, to another video. It's time to talk about some more E3, as E3 is just about a month away. Almost dead on a month away, since I'm recording this video. But Sony have kind of announced what kind of plans they're doing. So on the 11th, they're doing, on Pacific time, on the 11th, they're doing their presentation. They didn't talk about they said hardware is not gonna happen. Hardware's not happening for Sony unless they absolutely surprise us. But no, it's not gonna happen. I feel like they almost dug their own grave, as well as sort of ensuring people that that they have something to show. Like they said, they're gonna be showing off The Last of Us 2, and they're gonna be showing off Spider-Man. I mean, seen Spider-Man 3 years in a row, so I mean, I don't really care about seeing that game anymore. I just want it, you know. I'm not sure what other games that are coming out for PlayStation 4 specifically in terms of exclusives. They have Grim Fandango, but you know, that's just a remaster, so that doesn't matter. We care about new games. I don't know. They could. I mean, they're gonna have some surprises. They have to. I mean, it's E3. Everyone has surprises. Except for Microsoft had surprises, but none of them were exclusive. That's a shame for them. And Microsoft is, I mean, it's a topic for another day, and I can talk for hours about Microsoft, even though they sort of are a bit lackluster in terms of exclusives. I mean, they really Sea of Thieves, but that's, you know, whatever. We'll talk about Sony at the moment. PlayStation, I hate referring to them as Sony because that's such a corporate name. The PlayStation 4, obviously, okay, so no hardware, no upgrades. I mean, there's already enough upgrades for the PlayStation 4, you know. But in terms of games, I mean, we might see a sequel of something. I'm led to believe that there's going to be no Spyro announced, just because they announced a trilogy that's coming out. That's just a shame, but you know, I'll take it. But you know, I still want a new Spyro and Crash Bandicoot game. I want to play them on the PlayStation. Anyway, it's a shame about those games. I've spoken so much about those two franchises on this channel so much, and I don't want to start beating that dead horse again. But games I would love to see on the PlayStation besides Spyro and Bandicoot. So okay, let's talk about Final Fantasy VII quickly. So you know, it's not an exclusive. It's a timed exclusive, but in my heart, it's a PlayStation game. Final Fantasy VII, not the series. I mean, the series overall is, you know what I mean. But Final Fantasy VII plays like a special nostalgia in my heart in terms of the PlayStation 1, and that's where they're going to be showing it, because that's where the most hype is, really, in terms of showing off Final Fantasy, especially 7. If they can show something of Final Fantasy 7, I will be absolutely happy. They can show me Last of Us, Days Gone. I forgot about Days Gone. That's something they'll be showing. That got delayed, didn't it? Yeah, that's another shame. They're announcing things too early, or they're just not getting deadlines right. Anyway, I can talk about Days Gone later. Yeah, Final Fantasy VII, they really have to show something, because I've almost lost faith in this freaking game. As much as I want to see it happen, like, I'm almost convinced that it's just dead in the water now, because just like Dead Island 2, remember Dead Island got announced and then that thing was dead because they showed off gameplay and then no one liked it, because it just looked like some generic co-op zombie bash beat-em-up game. Dead Island, that could be another thing that actually happened. They showed that on PlayStation, didn't they? Yeah. But yeah, Final Fantasy VII, I really hope they show something. And a release date or release window, please, because I'm sick of waiting for this, and if I don't hear anything about it this year, it's dead to me until they actually announce a release date. So yeah, so we'll talk about Days Gone. I can't talk about Last of Us because they only showed us what's her name, Ellie. I think that's her name, Ellie. She's playing a guitar. I never played Last of Us. That's just me. I'm kind of done with zombie games. I mean, I heard it's got a great story or whatever. But I mean, it's good for people who enjoyed the first game. So I'm happy for those people that they're getting a sequel. So when it comes to Days Gone, okay, so here we go. We have another zombie game. The thing about Days Gone is, if you see when they revealed the first gameplay, that was one of the most weirdest and stupid things I've seen in modern gaming. He's got an assault rifle and he's killing like 200 zombies in one clip. Like, an automatic rifle is like, the bullets are piercing through like multiple zombies. And the problem with this, there's no problem with that. The problem is they're trying to add a serious tone to the game. The game is supposed to have a serious tone, a bit like Last of Us, if you want to make that comparison. I can't exactly make that comparison yet. But in terms of gameplay, it's nothing like it, of course. But the tone of the game in terms of the apocalyptic world is gone into ruin, and it's supposed to have an emotional story from what I can see in the first trailer that they showed. And then, you know, it's got a serious tone to it, and then all of a sudden you got him mowing through 1 million zombies. And I don't mind games going batshit crazy in terms of just gameplay is just wacky as hell. But if you've got a game that is just got a serious tone like this, it really just, it's too much of a mixture going on. There's not much similarities going on there. I don't know how to explain it, but hopefully you get what I'm talking about. That gameplay should be used in some other game, and some other gameplay should be incorporated, or something unique completely to Days Gone should be incorporated. But when I saw, then they showed it the year after, it did look a lot better, as opposed to running around. I'm pretty sure they fixed that problem where he's just running around shooting zombies. They probably thought it through a little more and looked at people's reactions. But I think the game is heading in a better direction than what it was before. So I'm still looking forward to seeing the game. I mean, zombie bears, like, you can't go too wrong with zombie bears. I think it'll have a decent story. I am interested in it, and I will probably get it because exclusives are what run the industry. It's that simple. I can't think of anything else that will sort of... They could announce Shenmue, but I think Sony don't want anything Shenmue anymore, as it didn't really get... I mean, it had a reaction, but like, the whole Kickstarter thing just sort of put people off. I guess it's nostalgic for the Sega fans and that. It was on... was it on PlayStation 1 at all? I know it was on Sega, but you know what? Don't worry about that. I don't care about Shenmue, to be honest, but it'll be funny if we actually see something. I want to see people's reactions for Shenmue. But in terms of other games they could announce exclusively for the PlayStation, that's down to a surprise. I can't think of any other franchises that I really want to... I mean, others. Oh, what was that Kojima one? Death Stranding. I mean, please show some damn gameplay of that game. I'm so sick of seeing that thing. I'm so sick of seeing that game do all of these, you know, stupid cutscenes that make no damn sense. I know it's supposed to be horror and it's creepy and it's Kojima, but I mean, you're not a movie. Like, make a movie if you're not going to show gameplay. Like, seriously, you should have just made a movie if you're not going to show off gameplay, because you've probably soured people's mouths already by not showing anything. It's a video game. At the end of the day, you need gameplay. That is the main focus. I don't know. I just almost feel bad for Kojima though, how he got just banked by Konami, the pieces of shit. So I don't dislike Kojima. He's got his own way of doing things in the industry, and that's fine. Because usually what he produces is great. He's considered one of the best developers in the industry, and I mean, I'm sure he'll bring something good, but what I'm seeing is not enough to interest me. And you know, I might even make a separate video on that one day after E3, whatever they show. But that's really all I'm going to talk about I mean, I'll do a prediction video closer to E3 on PlayStation, Microsoft, Nintendo. But for now, I just want to do a video on what... I mean, this is sort of a prediction video, isn't it? I'll get to it anyway. I'll probably do a live stream. That's all that I can really say about it. Like, I think they shouldn't have said anything. I mean, it looks like Nintendo can sort of use this as a stomping ground because Nintendo has that surprise factor now, because Nintendo's announced what they want. It's focused on Smash Bros. They can announce anything they want, really. So Nintendo have the opportunity to steal the show. Again, I reckon they stole it last year. But yeah, we'll have to see. I mean, let's hope PlayStation can do as well as a job last year. I thought they did alright last year, and hopefully, I think they can do a little better this year. If they can nail those hard-hitting games out there. But yeah, I'm gonna leave it there. So, pardon me. Like the video. If you thought anything was interesting about what I talked about, subscribe if you want more gameplay videos and more E3 videos. More E3 videos are going to be coming up throughout the week, and I'll be doing post E3 because I'll be at E3 this year. I'm going to America for the first time, so that's going to be exciting. So I'll get very good first sight impressions or whatever. Anyway, follow me on Twitter. That's where I'm always going to be interacting. So yeah, hope you enjoyed. Catch you later.